My name is Kayla Stamboul, and I am the creative director and founder of the brand Kayla Stam. Kayla Stam is a ready-to-wear, workwear, and occasional brand. The entire brand was actually inspired by my mom. She worked in the bank for 20 years, and I would see her get dressed every single morning and go to work, and I thought that she looked so beautiful and she was so stylish. And I wanted to be her. Like every little girl wants to be their mom. I literally wanted to be my mom, and I couldn't wait for the day that I'm a grown-up and I get to go to work and I get to look fabulous every day. So I graduated in 2013. For the first 2 years of my studies, I did couture, and then in the final year, I did commercial because I felt like that was more aligned with what I wanted to do. I sort of figured out my early 20s for a bit there, and then in 2017, I launched my brand. I was 24 years old at the time, and I didn't tell anyone that I was doing it. I didn't even tell my parents because my dad wanted me to be an accountant and my mom wanted me to be a lawyer. And so when I launched my brand, I kept it a super secret and nobody knew about it. And I launched it at my mom's house, and I had this huge launch. I launched 14 pieces, and that is when I introduced my brand to the world. 2020 was a very difficult year for me in business. In actual fact, I thought that I was going to lose my business. You'd think that being in an online business that you're sort of like, okay, but COVID-19 changed a lot. Firstly, a big part of my business is workwear. And everybody decided that they were now working from home and they no longer went to events, so they no longer needed occasional wear. And I had no idea what to do because the types of clothing that people were on the market for had completely changed because they had all started working from home. So I had to pivot. For the first time, I had to start creating loungewear, but I didn't want it to be different from what we do. I didn't want it to be too far removed from the brand. So I decided to do loungewear that was a little bit more fancy, sort of that you can stay home, but you can step out and still feel that you look really great. So that was the direction that I took, but it was a very challenging year for me. Social media has been crucial in me building my brand. Firstly, because it's an online store, so marketing on social media just makes sense because you're able to link your store. But I built my entire brand off social media. I built my entire brand off of Facebook ads, Instagram ads. That's how I got my first customers and how I continue to get my customers today. So it's been a very big part of me building my brand. I actually model my own clothes as well. And that started because sometime in 2014, I decided that I wanted to be a fashion blogger. So I used to shoot like all this really cool content. So I had the experience, but then when I started a business, there's so many things that you have to think about that I just could not afford to hire models and hair and makeup and camera and all of that. So I decided that I would be the model. But the funny thing is that when I changed that and I wanted to start using other people didn't respond to the content because they were so used to seeing me that they did not like the content. They didn't engage with the content when I actually used other models. So I sort of just went back to that and they just got used to it, and I think they like that it's personal. In South Africa, I definitely think that it's worth it to have a physical retail space. I have been in the online retail space for about 3 years now, and I've done lots of pop-ups and markets where I actually get to interact with customers, get insights from them. And I think that you cannot replicate that online. I think the fact that the customer is able to actually discover your brand is it's unmatched. It's very different to them discovering your brand online and actually seeing the people behind it. They get to see the quality of the garments, and it gives them peace of mind when they do eventually become online shoppers. So what makes me really comfortable about my partnership with SOKO is that I've been dabbling a little bit into physical retail by supplying other boutiques, and I saw how great that was for the brand because people really loved the brand. So it gave me a lot of comfort knowing that I was able to enter the physical retail space, but it not being super scary in terms of setting up my own store and the convenience of a short-term lease and just everything that SOKO offers. It gives me peace of mind because I get to focus on my garments, I get to focus on my designs, and they handle the retail part of it, which is the perfect marriage.